Recording. All right, welcome Tito to the podcast, man. Like, this
Yeah,
is
it's been a
I'm
long
happy to
time
have you.
coming.
Yeah, man. So to put this into like what's so special about this podcast is that this is shows the dynamic to what friendship is and how it has like
Definitely
no
does.
boundaries. So
Definitely
Tito and
does.
I are friends because we've been playing Call of Duty together online for the last 14 years almost.
Shit, bro, that
Yeah.
long?
Yep. For the last almost 14 years,
That
we've been
long, huh?
playing 13, 14 years, we've been playing Call of Duty
Yeah.
together. And now it's turned into a podcast.
Wow. Yeah,
And
you're
we
right.
still,
I'm over here thinking I'm basing it off of like for some reason '09, but it's way before that because that was in what was that? '04?
no,
'04 more or less. Or '05 where no, not '04. It had to be maybe
seven.
'05.
I want to say
Okay,
like
yeah.
seven.
A lot of those
And
years were a blur. So
yeah, it's like 2007 when this all started. 2007, 2008 is when
yeah,
it all
yeah,
started.
yeah.
And just to go from all that, like we still never met.
No,
But like this is my
unfortunately,
boy. Like
this is a start. This is a start here.
like if anybody asks me, like, yo, that's my man's in them.
Oh
Like,
yeah, definitely.
and that's what's so crazy about it is, that's the power of video games. Like you've been playing with the same
It's
people
true.
for years and years and years.
That's true.
And then, I think back, it's like, so you're playing video games with people on the other side of the world. Yeah, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. They're like,
That's the
and they're your
power of it, man.
friends.
That's the
100%.
power of it. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, look at throughout this quarantine, like who have we been talking to? Each other.
Each other, yeah. Like,
it's me, you, Nick, H2O,
Matrix.
and yeah, those have
That's
been the guys.
that's the main crew.
Yeah,
That's like the main crew right there.
Yeah.
And then like different people sub in and sub out.
And like,
yeah.
and what do we? We've been hooked on this game. I mean, it's kind of bad, but it's. I mean, at the same time, it's what else can you do during a fucking quarantine? So
Well,
it's.
That's what I love about it is because like, especially about the quarantine in the game is that it's like we all still kind of talked through Facebook, and then every now and then
Oh
we
yeah,
were on the game at the same time. So like every now and then we'd get into a game together, but it wasn't consistent. But the quarantine and the game has allowed us to like everybody just kind of came back together.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is absolutely amazing. I think that's super cool.
It definitely is.
Like if somebody had told me that, yeah, man, 2020, you're gonna play video games all the time with the same guys you used
all
to play
fucking day, yeah, day in, day out. Wake up.
I remember
just wake up drinking and logging on and playing with your buddies.
I remember when the quarantine first started and we were like putting in some crazy shifts, just like nobody was working, so everybody was get on at
that time we were
like 10
o'clock.
o'clock.
We were completely off. Yeah, everything was closed. So yeah.
Get on at 10 o'clock, sign up at 5 a.m. Yeah. Dude, we used to do that back in the day too. Do you remember like back in the day?
Oh yeah. See, back in the day, that was because I was I was what 21, 22 maybe. I think I had just gotten like laid off of work around that time. I remember it was like a summer where I didn't work at all. That's all I did. Was just play Modern Warfare. The first one. Yeah, it was just the.
Dude, I remember that so well. And then just I remember just getting online and then playing until 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's just like, all right, guys, one more game.
Yeah. At that time though, I wasn't tired. I didn't feel anything. I was like, just keep going, keep getting killed.
Just keep going. Yeah, man. Like when you're in your early 20s and late teen years, dude, you know how many times like we used to be up until because I was still in high school at the time.
Yeah, I remember. You were the
I
remember
one
out of everybody.
Yeah, I was the youngest.
Yeah.
Well, me and Ant are the same age, though.
Yeah,
Actually, Ant's younger than I am.
Oh shit!
By a few months. But I remember those days, like we were on until like early in the morning, and then I would just like go to school.
Yeah.
Like that was the craziest. Like we get off the game at like 4 a.m. and I'd be like, all right, we're all going to bed. I'm like, great, that's cool. I got to get up for school in a few hours and like pretend to be functional there. But yeah, it's crazy how that started there, and now 2020 versus 2021. Now we're here, but we're here to talk about something that I think is absolutely great because you're the only person that I know that. Well, you're not the only person, but you're one of the few people that I know that are from New Jersey. and rep New Jersey.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of us here, but yeah, you're slowly trickling your way down.
Yeah.
Started up in Toronto, now you're in Boston. Trying to get you to creep down here eventually.
Yeah, at least in the next. It took me 20 something years to move to Boston, so at least in the next 5 years or so, I'll be in Jersey. Slowly moving my way south, and then we finish in Miami.
Yeah, that's the whole
and we all finish down there. Yep. But one of the things is like the only thing that I know about New Jersey is things that I found on the internet or Jersey Shore or Atlantic City.
Yeah, everything. Everybody always wants to troll Jersey and stuff, but
there's got to be more going on. There's got to be more going on
here. There's always Jersey. I think it's always been like it's been something where I'm like, sometimes I want to get away from it. And at times I'm like, I don't think I could live anywhere else. I just can't see myself having all these luxuries, especially where I'm at. Like we kind of like over here, we break it down a bit. Like we break it up between like North Jersey. Some people want it like there's always in Jersey, there's this big debate that there's no such thing as a central Jersey. So for some of us, there is a North Jersey and just a South Jersey. For some of us, it's a North, Central, and then South. South Jersey.
I've heard that one.
I'm going to say it right now. South Jersey is like almost, it doesn't feel like a part of Jersey for us for some reason. We feel like it's an extension of like Philly, PA. Because you go down there, like that's more like towards the Atlantic City area, more like the beach area down there, further south. And it's just completely different from up north. Like you got houses that are like spaced out, with a lot of acres and everything. You come up north and literally all the houses are bunched on top of one another. And, and now they're doing so much construction around here, just putting up like these little apartment buildings everywhere. It's congested up here, but it's a fast paced environment. Like it's just what we're used to, it's more like we kind of associate more with New York City in the sense. Like North Jersey kind of like has that fast pace, and then South Jersey is more like relaxed, more chill,
more like
mellow.
almost
more like
family
country
spots and you got big acreage and
farming. There's farms down there. Up here now, you're not gonna find a farm. Might find
I've heard
somewhere.
I've
somebody's backyard, but
because there's a whole bunch of people in South Jersey that are like Eagles fans and they're Phillies fans and they really go hard for that.
Like I said, like their news reports are like, if like when you go to Atlantic City, for example, it's like they're getting Philly news, they're not even getting really Jersey news, it's like they don't care about us up north.
And the whole middle is just
tries to say, hey, we're in the middle. No, you're part of the north too. Just get over it.
Or you can choose not to
unless
exist.
You have a shore house and you go, unless you have a shore house and you want to relate down, cool, whatever. But they're still basically north and south. Yeah, we're in college.
And it's crazy because even before I even started to learn a little bit more about Jersey, like people who I used to meet from New York, and I'd be like, oh, so what about like New Jersey? It's like, oh yeah, that's just like an extension of New York. And then you meet Jersey people and they're like, no, we're a completely different people. Like,
we like, I look, so it's like I said, we have almost all that fast paced mentality. We're all pretty like, on edge and we want things fast. We want to get done. We want to go to dinner. We want our food right away. We want our drinks right away. Like you go like even down like in Florida, for example, like everything is more like, hey, how you doing? I'll be right back. Look, take a look at your menu. When you're in Jersey, you want, hey, I know what I want. I want my drink. I want this. I want my appetite. I want everything. And I want to get the hell out. It's a faster pace. Like it's a way like, and it's like that in New York City.
Yeah.
People wise, I don't know. I feel like, and whatever. Hopefully I don't get killed over this, but New York people, I don't know. It's something like when they come over here now, since New York is pretty much shut down. So we got a lot of people coming to us to come actually hang out and party when it used to be vice versa. Like we would all want to go party in the city. We want to go uptown or even midtown, whatever. We'd want to hang out in New York because they were open till 4 a.m. Like that was the biggest thing with the nightlife. Like everybody wanted to go to New York. But then now Jersey has been picking up too, as far as nightlife goes. And now tables have turned. New York is completely shut down. It's only outdoor dining. So they have no bars, no clubs or anything. So New York is trickling down towards us and saying, hey, we're from New York. Like we want to party. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, it's
like I said, it's cool. You know, it's cool that, oh shit, look, we're getting our recognition now. Like, we also party hard too over here. But but you know, it's just like New Yorkers kind of come with this kind like, oh, I'm from New York. It's like, oh shit, so
yeah,
let me.
yeah.
Not everybody, but a lot of like a big majority of people come with that attitude. Like, oh, I'm from New York. I'm from New York. I know how, you know, I know how to party. I know how to do this. I know what I want. It's just,
Yeah, that happens. I think
that's
that
where we
happens
differ a
everywhere.
bit. Yeah,
I think that
yeah,
happens everywhere because we have that in Canada as well, where it's like if you go anywhere and you're like, oh, I'm from Toronto, like that's supposed to be the thing. Like that's supposed to be like, oh, so you think you're better than us because you're from Toronto. I can see how like New Yorkers
Oh
have that
shit.
same vibes.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
if you go to Toronto, it's like it's
Well,
considered.
I kind of noticed that because I only been to Montreal. I haven't been to Toronto. So like
We
I
got to make
remember
that
when
happen.
I was in Montreal. I remember I was getting a drink or something, and some girl was like trying to, like, she was also trying to get a drink too. But I'm used to just going and standing, and then she was like, "Oh, you must be one of these fucking Montreal assholes." So I'm like, I'm not even from. I'm not Montreal. I'm not Toronto.
I'm not even from this
I'm from
country.
Jersey. It's like, oh, I thought you were one of these assholes from here, this and this and that. I'm like, damn. I'm like, where are you from that you have such the attitude? Oh, I'm from Toronto. So I don't, at that part, I don't understand. Like, what's the whole thing between the two, like Montreal and
Well,
Toronto?
it's it's that there's a lot of like history between the French and English culture. So that like Quebec is the
Got it.
only place of the country that solely speaks French. Like there's people who
French,
speak
yeah.
English, but it's the French thing, and they really want to preserve that French identity.
Oh
Which
yeah, they sure do.
yeah,
Like I
and
said,
I agree with them. I
when I cross the
100%
border,
agree
I'm
with it.
like, I
Like
can't understand anything at this point.
no, so as far as preserving the French culture, I 100% agree with them, and I do believe that the entire country, not just Quebec, should be speaking French. Like we are a bilingual country. We have two
Yeah.
official languages. So we should be able to speak both languages. But outside of Quebec, well, you only learn French until you're about 15. And then they're just like, don't make
Oh
you learn
shit.
it anime So after 15, you're just never going to use it again unless you choose to, which I wish I still focused on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'd be fluent. But there's a lot of, Toronto people are considered the arrogant Canadians, but it's only because it's the financial capital of Canada. Like all the money in Canada flows through Toronto. It's the same thing with New York. Like New York is the financial capital of the United States. So it comes with a little bit of arrogance, right? Like
Yeah, I can see that.
it's not, justified, but it comes with a little bit of arrogance that when you see people like, oh, I'm from Toronto. And even in Toronto, there's like a little bit of like division going on right now because it's breaking itself down into the eastern side of Toronto, the west side of Toronto, and then the surrounding. Yeah, it's like getting crazy, man. Because it's turning into a whole fucking problem that does not make sense. Oh yeah, it's like Brampton people.
Here I don't think there's, like I said, it's really just been like the whole North Jersey, South Jersey thing. It's just and it's not anything. Like, it's nothing. Nobody takes it personal like that. It's just like I said, everybody. Like, it's just two different lifestyles, two completely different lifestyles. Like if you're from the South, it would be hard to adjust to, like move up north over here. Like
South Jersey, you got a house, 2-car garage, acre lot, kids
running around here.
PTA.
Yeah.
North Jersey, you're like, let's go
is
city
finding
lifestyle.
Parking over here up north is like, it's a fight in itself. If you don't have a driveway or something, you better save a spot. Like I used to have my older car. I'd use like, since I'm able to park in the drive, like it's a smaller car, so I'm able to park it in the driveway. I'd have to like when I had the truck, I would take the truck out and I'd use the little car and save myself a spot with it. Because you're not finding parking when you get home. You'd have to park around the block somewhere, blocking somebody's driveway a little bit and risk getting towed. So little things like that you got to get used to over here, which whatever.
Is the drive? So I on my last podcast we talked a lot of shit about Massachusetts drivers and how terrible they are. How is the driving? Because like we have in Massachusetts, they like to do this thing where like if I'm in this lane, I'm just gonna go into this lane, and then I'm gonna indicate I'm going into the lane once I'm already in it.
Well, I mean, there's shit drivers everywhere. The rule here, though, obviously, I don't know if it applies over there, but when you're on the Parkway, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Garden State Parkway or the Turnpike, the New Jersey Turnpike. Yeah, if you're in the left lane, you're driving fast, and if you're not driving fast, get the fuck off that lane.
Like, that's the same over here.
Rule. It's the unwritten rule here. Like, and even the cops, like the state troopers, they'll flash you and they'll pull you over if you're riding on that lane and you're going like speed limit or less.
Yeah,
like, it's kind of funny because like you're you're supposed to drive 65.
Yeah,
but if they're behind you, you better get the fuck out the way. If you don't move, they ride your they actually tailgate you. And if you don't move, they're gonna pull you over. They'll literally pull you over and give you a ticket for that shit. I've seen it before.
Wow.
So that's kind of one of like the only, I mean, but I guess like you said, it applies everywhere.
Here it's like every single street rule in Massachusetts is just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. Like 65, that's just a suggestion.
Yeah.
No turn on red, that's a suggestion.
5 here.
Mergers.
Well, okay, so that's the one thing. That's the one thing though, like where the Jersey, New York thing kind of differs, which if you're from Jersey, you could turn on a red light. In New York, you better not fucking turn because they still, I don't know if they're still functioning or not, but they still have those camera things or whatever that'll give you a ticket. Yeah. In New York, you're no matter what, even if the street is clear as day, there's not one fucking pedestrian on the street, you better not make that right on red. Yeah, it's just not allowed because people are crossing or whatever. There's no turn on red anywhere in New York, no matter what.
And they'll catch you too.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely catch you. You'll get a fucking ticket for it. Yeah. So and over in New York, they don't play with that shit. Like you got to be careful. Like there's a certain bridge. It's called the George Washington Bridge. Yeah. There's actually cops just sitting there, literally just watching, like looking inside of the car to see if you're even like looking down. Like if you're looking down towards your phone. You're looking down at your phone. They're pulling you over, giving you that ticket. Good luck fighting that in court. You got to go to court and everything.
Yeah, they got that in Toronto as well. Like if you're caught on your phone in Toronto, they'll give you a ticket. Like it's a zero tolerance, never on your phone while you're driving. Here, once again, it's a rule, but I feel like it's just a suggestion because
I still do it. I mean, we all do it. We're still.
No, I don't do it. I don't do. If I'm driving. No? I'd never do it. I'm paranoid.
No, I definitely try not to. But there is sometimes where if I'm using the GPS or whatever, I have to type in.
That's different.
I'll do it. But
that's like the only time I have my phone in my hand while I'm driving is if I'm using my GPS. But if it's not GPS, I won't do it. Yeah, I won't. I can't. I'm a paranoid person, so I won't. But the other day I was driving and I'm on the 93 and I'm doing about like 60 something, and I come up to a state trooper, and he's on his phone while he's driving, and I'm like, this motherfucker right here, like this motherfucker right here. So it's very different, and because in Canada it's not like that. In Canada, like if you even get caught, same thing as New York, you're getting a ticket, you're never gonna fight it. It's a lot more, but I feel as though Canadian drivers are a lot more polite and patient,
respectful.
Yeah, man. Here
you can get into a beeping war, a flipping war. Fuck you, They'll get into it with somebody. You'll even want to pull. Like I used to have like really bad road rage. I used to like pull up to people like, what the fuck, pull over. I'll fucking I'm older though. I'm not beat for that shit anymore.
Yeah, because it's
but you'll still get it though. You'll still get people beeping at you, cutting you off and shit.
The reputation I've heard is that Massachusetts is the worst in America for road rage. Like they have that term "massholes" for a reason.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. The only thing that I've ever heard about with Jersey, is the Jersey switch. What the fuck is the Jersey switch?
The Jersey switch? No, I don't.
It's like where two highways meet each other, and you literally have to go from one end of the highway to the other in like 2 seconds. One of my friends was telling me about this, but he didn't get into
specifically where. No,
he was like, "There's a part of the Jersey Turnpike where if you."
Oh, okay. He's probably talking like exit 7 or whatever. That's where because the trucks and the cars merge or whatever.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
He said it's like if you're on one side, it's the hardest to get to the other side.
That would be true because, like I said, it's where because there's actually up here. It starts up north here by where I'm at. which is like I'm at exit 13 more or less. Like literally, I could get to Staten Island in 2 minutes because I live right next to the it's called the Goethals Bridge, so that'll take me right into Staten Island. Staten Island, that's where most of the Jersey Shore people come from. You know, where they talk like that, and you know, have the accents and stuff.
Which we need to talk about that. We need to talk about that. So
accents,
you know what? Fuck it. Let's get right into that. Let's get right into that because here's the thing. When the fuck did Jersey Shore start? What was the first? Hold on. I actually don't know what was the first.
10, 11? I don't know.
Jersey Shore started in 2009.
Oh, 9. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I remember when Jersey Shore first started. This was the thing up here. Like and by up here,
it was the thing everywhere, I think. Yeah.
I think it was everywhere. And I remember how much that took over. And it turned all the Italians that I knew into these people. It's like you guys weren't these people before, but as soon as the show started, that's who you all became.
It's like I said, that's why it's like a misrepresentation, because honestly, most of those people from that show are from Staten Island.
Yeah.
It's just
and half of them weren't even Italian.
Staten Island. Yeah. Well, there is a big Italian population in Staten Island. I will say that.
No, but like definitely. The people on the show of the people on the show, not all of them were actually Italian. Like half of them.
Oh yeah, no, they weren't. But like I said, if you live around them, then you're gonna pick up the lingo more or less. You're gonna pick up the tile,
I get that. I grew up around Italian, so I get that.
Yeah.
But it was such because I remember when Jersey Shore started, and then you go into all the clubs, and all the clubs were like trying to emulate everything that was in Jersey Shore. Like even the people that would go into the clubs would
with the Ed Hardy shirts.
Yeah, everybody had everybody had Ed Hardy shirts.
I can't lie, I had my fucking phase where I loved Ed Hardy.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I never caught on. I'm so happy that I never transitioned into that.
Yeah, I jumped on the bandwagon with the shirts for a little bit. I can't lie.
And I just remember
I should have wore one. I should have wore one today. I might have an old one upstairs that I still can wear.
But I remember how Jersey Shore just like took over everything, and it became like, this is what Jersey is like. And I started to think to myself, there's no way that Jersey is like this.
Club wise, like down the shore, it is. That's pretty much what you'll see, like those places that they went to, I know they were at like that bamboo place. That's all in Seaside Heights. And that for the most part, it's really how it is. It's not really like that part. Yeah, they got it right. Like that was 100% accurate. Like that's how the clubs were over there.
Yeah.
It's cool because you go down there and it's like, it's cheap drinks. You get drunk for pretty fucking cheap. Like, there's one place that, what's the name of it? This was in Belmar. I forgot the name of it right now off the top of my head. Fuck. I gotta look it up. I can't because my phone is. I'm on my phone right now. DJs. There you go. DJs. It's called DJs.
Yeah.
DJs is a little spot. Like I used to like to go there, but it's like now that I think, I'm like, oh my god, like I was around all these fucking people. Like you're like this in there. You're just crammed up.
Yeah.
Everyone's just fucking fist pumping and drinking like fucking fish. Like they serve you like in little little 9-ounce cups, but like you get your vodka Red Bull for like $4 or $5. Well, before, I don't know about now. Now it's probably everything's gone up a bit, but you could get drunk. You could easily get fucking hammered with $100. $100 would have got you wasted.
Yeah.
Compared to nowadays, like I don't know what like I said, I haven't. This past summer I didn't really go anywhere like that, so can't really tell what up.
And it's like it's everybody wanted to be a part of that lifestyle, man. Like I remember we even in Toronto, MTV Canada screen tested a show called Lakeshore. Yeah. Which is they just got a whole bunch of people from Toronto and said, hey, we're going to try to emulate Jersey Shore, but in Toronto. They screen tested it. It did not go well at all. And I remember it, like everybody wanted to be a part of that. You go to the clubs and
they try to feel them.
I lost you for a second. We still have you. I don't know. I think we lost you.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I think it's me. Yeah, give me a sec. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
I think there's some sort of magnetic field in this house down here because I don't want to talk about the laptop.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
I'm really starting to think. I'm really starting to think maybe there's some sort of, like my friend was talking about it the other day. It's a basement, but I think there's some sort of like magnetic field here because like if you put your cell phone to charge, your cell phone will start going crazy. Like it'll open up links and stuff. Like it just gets out of control. So I'm thinking maybe I left the laptop down here too long and maybe something cooked up the battery.
You got something going on.
I don't know. Maybe I have some fucking crazy metals or coal, some diamonds under here. I got to dig out.
Got some ghosts in the basement.
Yeah. Anyhow.
But yeah, it was so, and I remember so specifically that like that was the time where like first things first, everything in the gym was about chest and tries. Like it's all about doing as many fucking bench presses as you can do. It was all about upper body.
GTL,
gym tanning and laundry. Yeah, gym tanning.
Let's throw laundry in the mix. Why not, right?
Yeah, man. GTL, gym tan, laundry. Gotta at least, you know what?
That gym
at least
clothes gotta stay clean. Yeah, right.
At least they had clean clothes.
We'll applaud that.
Yeah. But I remember that whole vibe, and I remember like I had like I was in the gym a lot that time, but I was like working on athletics and trying to make my school team. But every single guy in the gym at that time was like all about that upper body strength, that upper body, like it was all about aesthetics, and it was all designed to appeal to that Jersey Shore type lifestyle. And I remember people used to get on Facebook it was on Thursdays. Every single Thursday. People take to Facebook. I feel like
I'm going down memory lane right now thinking about this shit. Because it's true.
Every single Thursday, people would take to Facebook.
I'd like get together with, I would like hang out with my sister and my cousin. It was like our thing. That was our routine. Thursdays, we'd get our liquor ready and then we'd go watch Jersey Shore together. I've
only seen 3 episodes of Jersey Shore.
Really?
Yeah. I watched
now if you look back on it, it's like, what the fuck was I watching this? But
I watched the first episode. I watched the first episode because I heard everybody talk about it. So I watched it. And then after the first episode, I was like, yeah, this is stupid. I'm not watching this. But then I'm like, you know what? It might get better. So I watched 2 more episodes. I'm like, no, these next 2 episodes are the same as the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense.
Name, fighting with his girlfriend and that was other guys hooking up. That was like I said.
Yeah, this is essentially a show about.
It's like, why the fuck did we watch this? But whatever.
Because it's a train wreck. Because it's a train wreck.
Yeah.
Because the same reason why if you're driving and you see a car crash, you want to look at it. Like you always want to look at the car crash.
That's true.
This is the
true.
TV version of this is a TV version of a car crash. You're watching people absolutely who are the worst people on the face of the planet. Not the worst. Yep. There's worse. But like they should definitely not have an opinion. You know what I mean?
Good way of putting it. Good way of putting
it. They're definitely not like if there was anything going wrong in my life and I wanted to reach out to someone for like advice, anyone in that show would not be the first person because you
probably not.
So it's a train wreck.
Some of those people became successful. Like what's his name? Paulie. He's a DJ now. DJs in Vegas and stuff. Good for him.
Good for him. Yeah.
All those people came out all right.
Yeah, like dude, the one thing that I absolutely hated during that era was how many people just kept on getting fucking spray tans.
Yeah, that was a
like,
big thing. No, I did not spray tan, never.
No, like men and women who just got crazy spray tans.
Guys were out there doing that shit like hell. And like I said, you'll see that mostly down there. See, that was called Seaside Heights. It's a beach. That's the west where the Jersey Shore was at. That beach, it's cool. Like it's a cool place. Like that's where I would go. Like in the summer before I was 21. Like I'd go hang out on the boardwalk there. you know, all the games and all that shit. Have a good time there. And then
I'm pretty sure it's a cool place to chill.
No, it is. It's fucking cool. Well, now recently, like I said, I haven't been like this summer. Really haven't. Didn't go out much. So yeah.
No one did anything.
But no, there's so many places down the shore, man. Like that's the cool part about saying, oh, we're going down the shore, because you got unlimited options. Like all the beaches have like their little things, you know. Like you start up with the earlier beach, like Sandy Hook is like the first beach you'll run into on the Parkway. That one is usually always packed, like to capacity. I guess because it's the closest. I don't think it's the nicest one, but it's the closest beach. So that place fills up because I think they charge you by like car. So like if you come with your, you know, it's like 6 of us in a car, they're only going to charge you per car rather than other.
We're going to fill up a whole car.
Exactly.
Give me the biggest car we have and fill up extra people, bro. Like, put 2 people on your lap. Let's get a couple people in the trunk.
Yeah. That's how they used to do it there. Then you go down to like Long Branch. Long Branch is a little nicer. You used to have like, I remember that spot had like Mondays were like the cool day to go because it had a pool party. Very small pool. Nobody was really in the pool ever except me when I was shit drunk.
Pool parties are not like. Can I just say this right now? Unless I'm gonna get I'm gonna give myself a second here because what I am about to say.
Say it. That's what we're here for, to say what we have to say. That's what pool parties are, though, man.
Unless you're white, pool parties are not for going in the pool.
Not at all. Not at all.
You'll never go to a black party.
You know what's funny? This summer, since I'm working at the bar now and everything, like that's like I've told you, for whoever's listening and doesn't know, like I work at a bar in East Orange, and it's mostly black. It's mostly black community that comes, I saw a few people who did, like, some of the DJs who did pool parties in the summer. Not one person in the pool. Like, not one person. Everybody was around the pool. Like, the whole surrounding of the pool was like this. Like, just like everybody on top of each other, just literally.
Dude, I remember, like, which is hilarious because I remember the first time I was in Montreal. I went to a pool party with my friends, but it was my white friends. And I was like super confused because when we initially left to go to the pool party, I had like, I had like a nice attire on. I actually didn't have something for the pool party in my mind. So I went shopping. They're like, oh, we're going to a pool party in like 2 days from now. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go buy something to go to the pool party in. So I bought like, nice pair of jeans, like a nice
jeans. Linen. You wore jeans to a pool party?
Not jeans. No, it wasn't jeans. But like, I can't remember. It was like, I think I wore some shorts, and I know I bought like a linen button up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like something like that to go to the pool party. Yeah. And when we all met in the lobby to go to the pool party, like, these motherfuckers looked like they were going swimming.
They were going,
They looked like they were going to go swimming, and I looked like I was just going to go stand by a pool. So yes, I fall into the stereotype black dude who goes to a pool party. Listen, I can swim. That's one thing I can do. I can swim. I'm
sorry, but there's so many videos where you see, like, where it's always like that. These are stereotypes, of course. This is something I think we have to do an episode on, by the way. The stereotypes of all cultures.
I would love to do that. That's going to get us fucking canceled for sure.
It's going to hurt. But it's just the truth, though. Like, it's always like, that's the myth that, black people don't know how to swim. They don't fucking get pools.
No, I can swim. I'm not a great swimmer.
It's a stereotype. Yeah. Like,
I'm not a great swimmer, but I can get it done. Like, I'm not gonna be the first person to die.
Another stereotype is gonna be like, I'm big, but I'll swim my ass off. But what are they gonna say? Oh, Spanish? You can swim because you're Spanish. You probably swam over from fucking where you came from, right? That's always. So you see how the stereotype. There you go. Look at that. From this, we at least blossomed to another episode of something. we should bring more people on board for this one, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to be a fun one. We have to have
we should bring some more people on for the stereotype ones. We'll break it down. Yeah, no, I could.
We could bring H2O on for that one. we could even bring Nick on for that.
Yeah.
Get the white opinion. We get the Asian opinion. We get the Spanish. We got the black. We need
Nick's half white. He's not full white. He's like half European, half like. He's half European, half like South American.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's he's from like his. He's half South American, half European. So he's like, it's not full white. We gotta find a new white person.
Okay.
Don't worry. I have friends. But yeah, wait, what was I saying? Something about, pool party. Yeah. So yeah, I went to that pool party and it was like, I remember showing up in the lobby and being overdressed and thinking and everyone's like, no, it's a pool party. Why are you dressed like you're gonna go, I look like Tommy Bahama. So I go back up and I had swim trunks on me because the place that we were staying at had a swimming pool, and I have an obsession with like cardio. So if I go to a hotel and I know that hotel has a swimming pool, I'm bringing my swimming trunks because I'll just do laps while I'm in there.
Swim around, yeah.
So I put my swimming trunks on. I go to the party. I get there. There's motherfuckers in the pool, and I'm like, "What kind of pool party is this?"
This is new.
Like this
a pool party where people jump in the pool? Really?
So what are we? So we just gonna get in the pool and get wet and shit?
Yeah,
like that makes no. The pool is just a feature of the party.
It's here. Feature, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a party on land.
Yeah,
and then the pool is just here.
Funny though, because it's like the same thing up here. Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's the same thing, same concept over here. But it's funny because some places won't let you in, like the way you were dressed. Like they'll be like, "Oh no, you're not in swimming attire, so you can't come in." Even though you're not gonna fucking use the pool because nobody does, they still want you in swimming, like in swimwear attire. Like it's whatever. And like I said, that place actually. DJs, the one I was telling you about, they're like I remember they had like these like it rules almost that didn't make sense. Like you can't wear jeans or you can't have jean shorts or anything. I think like as far as like jeans go, and you had to have sleeves on your shirt. I think those were the rules. I know it was something about the jeans, but it's just like what we're next to the beach. If I'm fucking wearing jean shorts, so what? Like, what is?
Well, my thing about pool parties
is, I'm wearing it's summertime. I'm wearing a cutoff t-shirt or a tank top. Like, you're by the beach, Yeah, like, it's literally right off the water. So,
my thing about pool parties is like, I'm going to a pool party to get drunk. I don't want to be by water that I can drown in when I'm drunk. Like, I'm not a great swimmer. Like, I can do laps in a pool. But if I'm in the pool and you're in the pool and you start drowning, motherfucker, you're on your own.
Peace out, bro. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Good luck on that one.
Like, listen, if I'll call for help. Like, I'll even like fake it. Like I'll even fake it a little bit. Like, oh yeah, man, I tried to save him, but you know me, I never passed that lifeguard.
With drunk people, it's hard too, man. I remember this summer we actually did something. We did like a little it was for my sister-in-law. Mm-hmm. It was her birthday. We went on a boat and we were actually.
I remember that video. I saw that.
Fucking wasted. There was one of the guys, he jumped in he was like, we were all so fucking wasted. Obviously, you're on a boat, you get a lot drunker. Like your drunkenness goes up way quicker than when you're on land for some reason. That's what I learned when I got my boating license. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we put it to the test and it's actually whatever. It's true. You get drunk as shit. So this guy, he jumps in the water. Like, we're like, just jumps the fuck in. His girl is like, he doesn't know how to swim. I'm like, you're lying. I'm like, bro, you're fucking lying. He jumped in there like he was fucking Michael Phelps. No way he doesn't know how to swim. And he's in there and he's like going like this. I'm like, bro, no, he's not drowning. She's like, yes, he is. He really is. I'm like, oh, fuck. I have to jump in there and shit. If I jump in there, I help him. And, bro, the guy starts drowning me as I'm trying to help him. I'm like, oh, nah. I'm like, you got to get off 1 second. I had to push him off and then just grab, like, I'm like, just wrap your arms up in a, like, just wrap your arms in a circle and I'll pull you because you're not going to shove my head into the water trying to save yourself. Like, there's going to be 2 dead people here.
Yeah, like I can swim, but I would not trust, like, if it's you and me in the water and you're drowning, motherfucker, you're drowning. That's just what you're doing.
I'm out. Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. No,
I will.
I think I'll give you a fair chance. You know what it is? Everybody you get impatient in the water. A lot of people become impatient, and it's normal. That's your normal reaction. Like I think, my mom almost drowned once too. Like, and it was because like where the beach where we were going to, they were actually extending the beach, and how they do that is they actually put like a boat out in the ocean, it's a big ass boat, and it's basically sucking out sand, and it's just dumping it into the dumping it onto the beach. It's taking out sand from the ocean from deeper on, and it's just dumping it into the thing just to make it longer. So, of course, there was like holes basically in the water, in the sand. And yeah, my mom, I guess she fell into one of those, and I guess like a riptide kind of pulled her. I was young as hell. I was like 11 or 12 at the time.
Yeah.
And I just remember like me trying to like pull her in at the same time. She's doing the same thing, like almost drowning me and shit. Lifeguard had to come in and everything.
I will be
people
very
clapping and shit. Like, yeah,
for anyone watching this, if you're in water with me and you're drowning, I will do my best to, take any last notes that you want me to give to your family. I will give a great description of, your face. I'll do all those things. But save you? Listen.
Can't really help.
Yeah, he went down. He looked super peaceful. And he also told me to delete his browser history because there was a few things in here that he just didn't want people to know. Yeah. But he was like a really cool dude on the way down.
He's a really cool dude.
Yeah, he was super cool. Yeah, I'm not good at that. Like,
oh yeah,
I can swim, but I'm not gonna save any lives. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
So here's another thing. It's like, yeah, we were talking about this earlier, which was the Jersey accent thing. Because you're from Jersey, you have no accent, right?
Oh, so okay. I mean, yeah, but it's funny though. It's like to you, I have no accent. But if I was to go, for example, when I go to Florida. When I try to go, I used to go to Miami a lot. Now, barely go. But yeah, when I'd go down, it's like everybody would always be like, "Oh, you're from Jersey, right?" And it's like, what the fuck? I don't feel like I have an accent, but I guess to them I do, because you could tell, like, actually people in Florida, like, you start noticing like accents, and like especially like in Florida, they have like, depending on where they live, like especially in Miami, there's a lot of places. I don't know Miami completely like that, so I'm not an expert. But you could tell when certain people have like this little accent to them, and you could tell, yeah, you're definitely from fucking Miami. So I guess that's the same way they feel about us from Jersey. But
I think they're associating it with people from like the Northeast in general.
That could be.
Because because I've noticed that, like, whether you're in Toronto, New York, New Jersey, Boston, if you're hanging out with the right group of people, there's like a specific sound.
Yeah.
Right. So people just assume like, oh, you got to be from up there.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to me, you don't really have like, you don't sound too much different from most people that I hang out with in Toronto, Boston, in general.
Yeah. But it's funny though, because like let's say for example H2O and Nick, something like the little bit of Canadian comes out of them sometimes. Like when I hear that,
yeah, because yeah, because they're still there. I feel like my vernacular has changed a little bit since I moved to the United States, so I don't sound as Canadian as I used to. Because I'm around Americans a little bit more.
It happens though, like depending on where you're at, and like if you have people with heavy, like I remember when I stood in Puerto Rico for like almost like 2 weeks one time. I went with my sister and her at the time, her husband, and I remember like the way Puerto Ricans talk Spanish. It's not that it's not ghetto. It's just like it's got like a certain like It's
Twang.
not slang. I guess we could call it slang, but it's got a little bump to it. Like it's got like something where it's not proper. It's not a proper proper way of speaking Spanish, but it sticks to you. Like I honestly came back and I would talk. I'd catch myself talking Spanish like that sometimes, and it's funny because that's what I'm saying. Like you'll be around certain people and it'll pick up. Like like certain things
absolutely. I've caught myself on time to time using that Massachusetts like accent, that like "park the car" thing.
Oh shit. Oh
yeah,
shit.
I've caught myself.
Get in the car.
Dude, I've caught myself a couple of times just like using Massachusetts lingo, and I just have to stop for a moment and be like, okay, reel it back in. Which is interesting.
You said Massachusetts lingo, so you didn't specifically say Boston.
No, like it's all. I mean, yeah, it's New England. It all has its own little thing. They all have their own little difference to it, whether you're in Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Mass, Vermont. Like everyone has their own little sound to it. Listen, Brent Brown, the former coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, never met an R that he could pronounce. So
yeah.
I stole that one. That's not my joke. That's my buddy Wade. That's his joke.
Good. Nicely delivered.
Yeah. Listen, it's different to be around that, and you just kind of absorb it. It's the same thing with the Spanish. Like I remember, so I've learned Spanish. Like I took Spanish while I was in university, and that shit was like super rigorous. So I like to think to myself that I have a solid background in elementary Spanish. And then when I moved to Massachusetts, I worked in a restaurant, and the sous chef was Puerto Rican, and majority of the other guys were like, I think one guy was Mexican. There's a Guatemalan in there. There's a few Colombians. And I just remember like coming in, like arrogant, is not arrogant, but just confident as fuck. I have 2 years of university Spanish under my belt. I've learned a lot. And I go in and I'm just like, oh, what?
What
the fuck? I'm like, this is how I speak Spanish. And they look at me like I'm crazy, and they speak Spanish. I look at them like they're crazy. Like clearly there's
big difference, especially like you just said, if you have Puerto Ricans and Mexicans and then Colombians, like we all speak different, everybody has their different, their different slang and their different lingo that they use. And it's crazy.
I remember like, yo, why does this guy keep on saying way at the end of his sentences?
Right.
and he's like, and I'm like,
it's like saying bro.
Like, he's like, yeah, it's like homie, bro.
It's like bro.
Like my guy. Like but why does he do it? Like, why does he just say homie?
Güey. Some people say pana. Some people say parce. Like Colombia say parce to say bro. It's like so many, right?
So many different like break. But so back to New Jersey because we've gone off.
We're trickling everywhere. It's good. We'll call this Jersey to the world, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta get. Maybe we'll do a Spanish one another time. But back to New Jersey. So how does it work sports wise, right? Because I've heard it. So it's like if you're a Nets fan, not they're now in Brooklyn, but it's like
unfortunately.
So it's usually
I was such a big Nets fan, obviously, because I try to stick closest to home, me personally.
Yeah,
like I support all local teams. Like that's really. I mean, but if like for example, when it comes to like baseball, I'm not a big fan of. Which whatever. We don't want to talk about baseball.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember the PlayStation game where you were on there, right?
Yeah. Let's not. That got weird. But I've heard it's like Nets, Jets, Giants, like
Knicks.
Well, that's the thing. And then not Giants, Nets, Jets, Mets. And then Giants, Yankees, Knicks. That's how everybody kind of breaks themselves apart.
You know what's crazy? Oh, shit. Oh, wait, my phone. Okay. That's kind of true. That I'm going to say is definitely kind of, it has a lot of meaning to it. It's true. I personally, I'm a Giants fan. Excuse me, I am a Knicks fan. Sadly, it's hard to admit to that.
That's one of the worst. Listen, the Knicks are one of the worst run
Leave them
organization.
alone. Leave them alone.
I am a fan of the NBA, and I have respect for every NBA organization out there.
Leave them alone.
But the Knicks, the Knicks and the Sacramento Kings are one of the two worst run organizations
I'm going to tell you what I know about the Knicks and why, no matter what happens to them, they're still successful. They're financially. So what happens is they're in New York City. They're in the center of everything. So I took my nephew. My nephew is he's a Bulls fan. We went like 2 years ago. It was a great game, actually. It went into overtime. I had a good experience. I had never been to a Knicks game. So me and him both went. And, we're sitting there pregame. And we see, like, I got a nice section. Like, I paid, I'm going to say, roughly. Knicks tickets are fucking expensive as shit, by the way.
I can see that. Yeah, 100%.
So,
it doesn't matter how good or bad the Knicks are. It's such a monumental team.
Exactly.
So they're gonna be expensive.
So yeah, like I said, I got something where the tickets were about roughly, I'd say 200 each, to something, which I find pretty expensive for watching a Knicks, a shitty team that's not gonna go to the playoffs. Whatever, leave them alone. I could say that you can't. Anyway, no. Like I said, we went to the game and we're sitting there and there's somebody taps me on the shoulder. Excuse me. Who is the superstar on the team? Superstar on the team. I'm like, at that point it was Porzingis. That's when we had Porzingis. Yeah, I'm like, Porzingis is okay. Literally, we were surrounded by tourists. Tourists are what keeps the Knicks alive. Well, what kept the Knicks alive, in my opinion. Like, everybody just goes to a basketball game and pays whatever just to say, okay, I sat at Madison Square Garden. I went to a Knicks game. Like, I did that. That was my thing. I did that off my to-do list in New York. Because, New York is
I want to do that too.
Tourist central.
I want to do that too. I want to go to MSG.
No, the MSG is fucking, it's what it is. It's awesome. And the other cool part is that I've never been out of a stadium quicker. Like, I go to fucking, I used to go to Giants games like religiously, and you already knew, like, we would just have our shit set up, like our liquor set up, our beers set up, because like,
I've seen the photos.
We're leaving the game. Yeah, we're leaving the game. And what are we going to do? We're going to sit in the car and drink until this shit clears up, and then we're going to hit the road, because there's no point to try to leave when everybody's leaving. There's no, but for that Knicks game, bro, like, I flew out of there because it's, everybody uses mass transit. Yeah. I'm the only like idiot with a car, and I parked it like 3 blocks away. So like, I literally went to the lot, took my car out, and I was gone. Like, I've never been out quicker ever in my life from a fucking game. Not even the Devils. Like, I used to remember, I told you I used to go see the Devils play too.
Every now and then, yeah.
But those fucking games are fun too. Like, honestly, Devils games are a fucking, well, I think hockey in general is probably fun, but I always had a good time going to the Devils games. Really, really good time.
So, And then I think the Red Bulls have now become Jersey's team, and New York City FC has become New York's team.
Pretty much, you could say that. Red Bulls. I mean, hello, they're based right here in Harrison, which is next to Newark, which is in Jersey. Like, this is these stadiums are built in Jersey.
You can't build anything in New York for a stadium. Like, if New York needs a stadium right now, it's probably going to happen out in like Queens.
No, it's going to happen in Jersey again.
Yeah, it can't happen in New York.
I'm surprised they even fit. What's it called? Where the Nets play right now. Like, if you look at where the Nets play, I went there. Actually, I haven't seen the Nets play there. I actually went for a wrestling event.
Yeah,
I went for a Raw. I went for Raw 25th anniversary, which was fucking awesome.
Was it good?
Oh, it was great. That was like I said, it was a 25th anniversary of Raw.
I've been to a few.
Came out.
Oh, nice. I've been to a few WWE events. Like, spoiler alert, Tito and I both fuck with the WWE.
Not as much now. Oh, the Royal
not
Rumble's
as much.
Tonight. Oh, shit, Royal Rumble's tonight. By the way,
is it really?
You got the network?
No.
Oh, I got it. Maybe I'll throw it on.
I do enjoy me some WWE, but it's just not the same as it was when I was.
Not at all. Not at all.
the wrestlers aren't as great of actors as they used to be.
Yeah, no, it's not the same. No characters, no personalities, no nothing.
Yeah, the people who do the storylines and the plots are not as good as they used to.
It's like, yeah, if you look at fucking, for example, let's say Hulk Hogan, the guy had like 3 moves in his arsenal, but his storytelling and his whole persona, everything. Look at Ric Flair. Ric Flair, another one. He's got his ass beat most of the time. Yeah, he's got his ass beat most of the time, and like I said, he had like a chop move and a figure 4, and
it was just like.
But his character carried him to become a Hall of Famer. So
yeah,
that's a whole other topic.
I think that the WWE, the way that it is right now is like, I will say this. The one thing about the WWE that is promising is the women's division, is because they've gone away from just hiring models who are attractive to just show off the fact that they're attractive. And they've now introduced women who have a background in gymnastics
or wrestle
and like have a background in martial arts or wrestling. Like these are women who actually know how to do like really crazy
that's kind
things.
Of funny how if you look back at what like women's wrestling was before, and like well,
it was just about
just ripped bra and panties matches.
Like
cool,
it was stupid. It was stupid.
But it was so retarded.
The greatest thing about the WWE right now is their women's division, because their women's division is constantly growing, it's constantly evolving, and they're bringing in more women with like actual talent. Like
what talent? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like I'm more interested in the women's division than the men's division, because the men's division only has a few guys who know how to promote stuff. Like the fact that they got Jeff Hardy back added value to the WWE.
But it's sad that they're still using they have to use
like Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, and like these are the guys that I want to watch.
But look at that's what I'm saying. But it's fucked up that we're still banking on those older guys.
Yeah,
like
because the new guys don't got it.
Yeah, no. Like look who's starting the Royal Rumble today. Do you know who's entering 1 and 2?
Who?
Randy Orton and Edge. Come on.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. There you go. We should leave wrestling behind.
Yeah.
That's
like, but that goes to show that the rest of the wrestlers that are on the WWE.
Look, I just got the notification. Royal Rumble kickoff right now. But anyway, what's it called? Yeah. Like for example, Goldberg is wrestling. Drew McIntyre. Yeah. Like. You got to bring Goldberg back. Like you
just
can't
to be interesting. Just to be interesting.
Yeah, you haven't built up a superstar yet to fight Drew McIntyre. You're like, fuck.
Because they were riding on John Cena for so long, and they didn't develop anybody else.
Nope.
They just rode John Cena for forever, and they didn't develop anyone. They didn't grab anyone, and. That's why the women's division is the most exciting portion of WWE right now, because we're actually watching women with talent, women I'm watching women do like moon dives, or swan dives. And I'm just like, when I was growing up watching the WWE, women weren't doing swan dives. That was not a thing. Like now in the WWE,
I remember before, like it was like it'd be amazing to see like Lita do a hurricanrana. Like that was the highlight.
It was like the only time you were gonna watch a WWE was and see something great was if it was Lita, Trish Stratus, or Chyna. That was the only one. Those are the only like actually athletic. Everything was just about being a model. So it's great to see these new women come in and like show off their athleticism.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man, what else have we like? We've covered so much about New Jersey, and we've really shown the people a little bit more about
Jersey.
What New Jersey's like. So now, if you've watched this, know that,
like I said, Jersey, you've got everything here. You can't beat it. You got everything. You got all types of food. That's the other thing that's nice here. It's like so many cultures here. Like you could ride down the street, you could find You want Haitian, you could Indian, you could find Indian. You want Spanish, forget it. You're gonna find a Spanish restaurant everywhere. Like you got everything here. Like it's so diverse. Like I think that's the beauty of it here. Like you got so much diversity. You got Portuguese restaurants and Brazilian restaurants, whatever the hell you want. Like if you tell me something right now, I could point you in the right direction, like right away.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know anything about New Jersey, it's like, this is what you need to know, because even for me, like I remember, like I said at the beginning, coming into it, knowing about New Jersey, the only things that I knew was like anything that I seen on the internet.
Yeah, of course you're gonna see, like I said.
And like the one person that I remember, dude, I remember the first time I ever met a person from New Jersey. It was when I was a kid, and my mom and I think we were either going to New York or we're going to Philly. We're going one of those two places. I can't really remember. And I met this girl, and I don't know why. I sat beside her on the bus. I was a kid, and I was just like, I'm going to sit beside this girl because who knows why.
Yeah.
And I remember she and I were just like talking on. I know she was older than me, and I can't remember. I honestly can't ever remember the girl, but I remember sitting on the bus beside her, and she was from Jersey, and she just like had this crazy accent, and I was just like, yeah, talk some more. You sound so different from me. And she was like, and I'm like, and because I'm a kid, and kids are brutally honest. Like if you talk to any child under the age of like 13,
kids and drunk people, man, kids and
drunk people are brutally honest because they don't know how to regulate what they're saying. And I remember going up to her, like, you sound so much different from me. You have this crazy accent. Would you like me to impersonate it so you can know what you sound like?
Oh shit.
And she was like, no, don't do that. I'm like, are you sure? Because I don't know. I don't know if you know what you sound like. Because to me, this shit is crazy. And she's like, no, don't do that. That's like super disrespectful. I'm like, okay, I won't. But I want you to know you sound different. So it was such a weird time. And that was like my first exposure to New Jersey ever. And since then, it was just been such a mystery. And then
it's like I said, it's like I said, we have the beauty of having especially up north, it's just so many cultures, man, so much to like explore, to do, to try. It's just great. And fucking pizza, amazing. You can't get nothing like Jersey pizza. And New York, Jersey and New York, it's like a battle. It's just like, damn, that sounds like
I feel like if you don't get pizza on the East Coast, you're not getting pizza.
Yeah.
Not even just the East Coast. Like if you don't get pizza in the Northeast, if you get pizza in the Northeast, you're getting real pizza.
Something in the water.
Yeah.
Something. It's the mercury in the water or some shit. I don't know.
If you get pizza outside of the Northeast, you're not getting real pizza. You're getting a fucking it's an imposter.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Like Miami has a lot of places. Like I point out Miami because I go there a lot. So like I said, I did. And I tried pizza from everywhere, and it's like, it's whatever. Yeah. It's okay.
The only thing that I've unless you're going to like Domino's that has like a set recipe,
Domino's
wherever you go.
That's
the only way you're gonna find consistency. But if you're looking for good pizza, you're gonna go to like local shops that make it.
We actually have someone here. I'm gonna send you the page in a bit. It's called Santillo's Pizza, and this guy, like, literally, it's like, it doesn't look like a pizzeria at all. It's like a house. It has like a side entrance, like with just regular door, like a screen door, and you walk in there and you order your pizza. This guy has been there since I don't know what, like forever, basically, with his brick oven pizza, like and like he's been voted like best pizza in Jersey a few times. He's always on like the top 10, top 20 of whatever. And the guy's like, he's a total asshole. Like you go in there and it's like, you don't know what you want. He looks at you like, what the fuck, man? Like, come on, I don't got all day. Like, pick something. Let's go.
That's like the soup Nazi from Seinfeld.
Yeah, bro. This guy is just like literally like a douchebag. But his pizza is like, like if you want that shit burnt, go burn shit out for you. If you want it fucking, like he has like his menu has like 50 or 60 different options. And even like the times, how long you want it baked in there. Like if you just want it golden, you just want it like, you still like taste it fucking with the, like the crust is still soft, hard, like everything. Like it has different time sets for it. And like I said, he gets voted like or whatever piece of the state. So yeah, like I said, you get so many options over here, man. It's fucking great. And like I said, it's nice to have New York as your backyard. You know,
absolutely.
And cities like you got cities like, for example, like Hoboken that are right off the water. You know, a lot of restaurants over there. There used to be a lot of bars and a lot of.
You're not too far from like Edison and Jersey City too, right?
Edison is south. That's a little bit south from me. I'm in Elizabeth, so that's Newark. That's a little bit north. That's more north than Edison. Jersey City. Yeah, Union City, Jersey City is a little bit further north. That's like, all those are like about 15 minutes away though. That's not far at all. Jersey City is a big city blowing up now because everybody who, you know, works in New York, like a lot of people who work in New York rather live in Jersey because you get more for your money. Even though Jersey has become expensive. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Jersey is a little pricey to live in, but it never compares to
gentrification. It'll happen eventually.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Like I said, like where I'm at, for example, in East Orange, where we're at, there's a train station. Anywhere with a train station right now is blowing up because, like I said, everybody wants to commute to the city. You know, you want to work in New York, make that New York money, and then you want to live nice. So you want to live, you know, a little more comfortable.
You want to move to Jersey.
You're going to move to Jersey to have more space. So that's kind of how it goes, you know. And like I said, all these cities are just building up right now, man. It's crazy out here, but I like it though because it's giving you, like I said, a taste of everything. It's giving you like bringing more restaurants, bringing more bars, like bringing different communities together. People that you didn't think like would be living together in certain areas are now living together. So yeah. I think it's cool. I
diversity is cool, man.
Diversity is awesome, man. It's awesome.
Like if there's one thing that I will say is that I've been very fortunate in my life to have a lot of friends and grew up in a lot of environments where people look different. And the one thing about people looking different is just like I've learned so much from other people and how they live life. So if you live in a city where you have massive diversity, like you're in a great area because you're going to be, you know, don't be arrogant about this because I'm going to say
you're going to be exposed to everything.
You're going to be exposed to everything, and you're going to be a little bit better than other people that don't have that opportunity. So it's great.
No, that's true.
So before we wrap up, there is one thing that I want to bring up is that Tito and I have a little project working.
Oh yeah.
Right. Where where we're going to, there's a second podcast that we're going to have.
Yeah.
That's separate from this one.
This one will definitely, will always be here.
This one will always be.
Here. I'll jump on whenever. Of course.
But he and I are starting our own little side project. Tito, you take it away. Take it away.
Well, this one here, like I've been planning for quite a while. Like it's like I started, I think, sometime last year, in the process of thinking of it, you know. And this was before I didn't even know you had. I know that you had I know you had the. Oh, great. Oh, my phone's about to die. So this is a perfect way. I got 10%. Right. I'm good. No, like I said, something that I started last year thinking about, been wanting to put it together is just with the whole quarantine, it kind of like shut my idea, like it just shut me out completely. But yeah, basically it was just it's always been the idea. Like I know I've done this before actually, and I used to do it on Snapchat. I used to do it, and it was called Stella Talk. And I used to get on Snapchat and I'd record myself as I was drinking Stellas. And I just rant about shit. And people are always like, yo, you should do something with it. Yeah, we will talk. We want more Stella Talk. We have to add that to the show, by the way.
Of course. I love Stella.
I love Stellas.
There's one right
Stella,
here.
We're going to bring Stella Talk. Hey, there you go.
There's one right here.
Right now, I'm drinking this bad
delirium.
Boy, the big old elephant. I love it.
It's a Stella movement. Maybe we can get them to sponsor.
Yeah, we need to. But like I said, so basically this podcast was basically not dedicated to drinking, but it's conversation that you have while you drink.
Absolutely. And
I've noticed that, like, you know, last year I was like, oh, you know, I want to put something together. I don't want to do it alone though, because I don't want to sit there and just rant by myself, you know?
It's tough because you have to like That was my first podcast. My first podcast was me by myself, and it's tough to be captivating on your own.
It's exactly because you want different, like, shit. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, hey, we could probably add another voice in here too if we wanted to,
Yeah,
it'd be fun. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I always had that idea though. I didn't want to do it alone, and I'm like, I try to have a few people, who wanted to join, but honestly, like, whoever I asked, I know that they weren't really interested in it, so I didn't go along with it because I wanted to come out with something that's going to be worthwhile. I don't want to just put something out like, hey, like, I'm ready to do this podcast. Are you ready? No, I'm not going to do it, or I'm busy, and this and that. Which it's just fine. It's understandable that some people don't want to dedicate the time to this. But when I found out that Richard is doing, he does podcasts. He's been doing his podcast. Yeah. I'm like, maybe he'd want to team up and do something like this.
I'm down. I'm ready.
And obviously, what I also noticed was, since we've been playing together so much and on Warzone, I'm like, when Richard drinks, you could talk your fucking ass off, dude. You fucking. I will not say what you talked about on here, and it's okay, whatever you say. But dude, you could rant your fucking ass off sometimes when you drink.
Dude, I get into it. Like, when I go in, I go in.
Yeah, but that's good though. Like, that's why I said, you were like, oh, when I was a kid, I was just brutally honest like that. And that's what I want to bring out. Like, when we drink, just the honesty comes. Like, I remember you were talking to me about a person, and you went off about that person. I didn't. No, I mean, but you were just expressing yourself, and it just came out of you naturally. So that's kind of what I was looking for too. I'm like, hey, if we're gonna express ourselves on certain things, on certain topics, let's do that. Let's express ourselves and let's let it out. And what's the best way to do it? And as we're drinking, why the fuck not?
So look out for that. Look out for that. We might do. Let's do at least one more of these before we drop that,
for sure.
So we can kind of promo it a little bit.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's something like and there's still more ideas to go along with it too that I want to put together before anything. Like, hopefully, like, I don't know, maybe sometime soon we'll be able to link up and do it in an actual studio. Yeah, actually get it recorded. Have it recorded both. Not on my cell phone. Like, get something done in an actual studio. Have it actually.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so down for that. I love doing this. It's hilarious. But yeah, look out for that. If anyone, we're gonna have that going. I forgot the title.
Anybody is still listening,
it's Drunken Thoughts. It's Drunken Thoughts.
Drunken Thoughts. Yep.
Drunken Thoughts. So look out for that Drunken Thoughts podcast.
That podcast will be coming soon.
Once we're working on it. We're working on content.
Yeah, but even still, until then, we'll we got to jump on this and do this again soon. I'm gonna take my laptop tomorrow. Or I'm going to try to make an appointment.
Do that, please.
This holding the phone thing right now, I mean, I got through it. Thank God I got through it. It's so annoying.
You've been doing it for an hour. Your arm muscles must be like fucking super
I've been switching off. I don't know if, you probably haven't noticed, but I've been switching off. And I'm just like, but whatever.
Yeah, get your laptop fixed, man.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get on that.
It's amazing when you don't have to hold anything.
Except the beer, That would have been nice, but we managed.
Well, thank you for coming out, man. But thank you for doing this.
Definitely.
I'll catch you in the war zone a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll be. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go jump in there right now. I have nothing.
I gotta eat food. That's what I do that.
What did you order?
I didn't order anything yet. I'm about to. Man. I might. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna order food though. I might just get a pizza. To be honest, I might just get some Domino's because I'm lazy.
Yeah, so no good pizzerias up there.
There are some good places.
There's a plug.
You know what? No, there's good places, but Domino's just gets here quicker. That's just what it is.
That's true. I hear that.
Yeah, it's not about how good Domino's is. It's about the fact that I can order from a good
Domino's is a hit or miss sometimes, and it depends really where it's at. I'm sorry to keep this going, but I'm gonna say something about Domino's right now because, man, Domino's by my house sucks. It sucks so bad. Dude, the other day I had it. Where did I have it? Oh, I had it at my sister's house. She ordered a pie, and I was like, all right, let me try it because it comes from a different area. Like, it's a different Domino's, and it was fucking great. It was so good. So I was like, wait, what? How come they don't make it this good when I?
So if you're in New Jersey, where's this Domino's that people shouldn't order from?
Oh, on the app, on Elizabeth Ave.
All right, so if you're in Jersey,
Just
do
don't,
not
yeah.
or no, don't even try it. Like this
Everybody
is,
know, but everybody see, everybody knows this. People
yeah,
from they already know. We don't order from the like. We honestly try to like when me and Ant were like when I would go to his house and stuff. Like we try to order from the other one, not make sure.
yeah.
But they're like, no, you can't. You have to order from this one or whatever.
That's
His
like
house
me
is like
here. That's
his
like
house is
there's
like borderline. So
mhm.
sometimes they would do it, but now since it's all automated and stuff, they won't do it anymore.
When so there's a when I used to live in Somerville, and when I was in Somerville, I used to order from the Domino's in Somerville. They were pretty solid, but I moved to Medford, and Medford Domino's is trash, but they're just trash. But
I don't understand how
Malden so the crazy part about Medford Domino's and Malden Domino's is Malden Domino's is actually closer to where I live. Like I'm actually closer to it, but I have to order from Medford because I live in Medford. And they're absolute ass.
Yeah,
But the
that's the same
Malden
story
one
here.
is great. Malden and Somerville Domino's are great. Medford is trash.
Yeah. We have one, I forgot what street it's on here, but it's fucking great. One of our other buddies who used to live close to it, like we just like automatically like, all right, we're going to Marcus's house because his fucking Domino's is better. Like you would almost base it on that type of shit, you know?
Where are we going today? Well, who's got the best Domino's close to their house?
That's it. That's where we're going. But yeah, man.
Well, thank you for coming through. Look out for that Drunken Thoughts podcast. We're going to work on it. We're putting together some content right now. And we're hoping to at least get that up and running within, let's say, a month or two.
Yeah, we're going to get that.
Yeah, a month or two. We're looking to get that going. Tito and I will be a host. We'll have other guests, and it's going to be a fun time. Yeah. If you love to hear two guys get drunk and talk about whatever.
Talk a whole lot of shit.
I talk a lot of shit.
There's a lot to be talking. Yeah, there's a lot of talking to do.
All right, so I'll catch you in the war zone soon. So thank you for coming out.
I'll be on in a bit.
All right, later. Thank you.